Hey, what's up guys, John here and welcome back after an extended hiatus. So I took another trip to South Africa and I spent some time at Volunteer Southern Africa's Living with Big Cats program. For those of you who may not know, this is a volunteer program that takes place at a family-owned farm about an hour outside of Joburg, and you help take care of wild animals who for different reasons can't go back into the wild. I've made a bunch of videos from this program in the past, which I'll link down in the description, but what I want to do today is show you kind of a typical day in the life of a volunteer. So some of the things you're about to see you'll definitely do when you visit as a volunteer, other things you might do, it really just depends on the day. So I present to you a day in the life living with big cats. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that we start every morning at 7:30, and that's when we clean out the elephant house and the horse stables. That's a pretty standard thing that we do there every day, but this time around we did something really cool that I've never done before.
So today we are herding all of the goats and we are going to be injecting them. The reason we are injecting them is to rid them of all ticks and any infections and anything that they might catch out in the wild. We have a team that are going to be herding them and collecting them, and another team that are going to be sticking needles in their bottoms.
So we had around 90 goats and we had to vaccinate them all. Luckily some of the other volunteers were vets with a lot of experience doing things like this, so that made the whole process go a lot smoother. Some of the goats were pretty good about it and they just went along with it, but most of them not so much. I know when I was little I didn't like getting shot, so I always tried to run away from the doctor. Or whenever you're trying to get your dog to take a bath and they're not happy about it, it's kinda like that. They definitely didn't make it easy on us, but it was for their own good.
Awesome!
Breakfast is at 9 a.m, so we'd walk up the hill, go have breakfast, then a little bit after 10, we'd meet back down at the volunteer area to find out what jobs we're gonna do. This could be anything from cleaning out the enclosures, weeding, fixing fences, really just anything that needs doing around the farm. But if you're lucky, you'll get to do something cool with the lions. On certain days, we take the lions and we do different enrichment activities with them. That could be taking them to swim, or building structures out of straw to put in their enclosures, basically for them to just go and destroy. They love doing that because they are cats after all. And just like house cats enjoy chasing things on a string, one of the enrichment activities we do with the lions is having them chase the lure.
I'm on my way now.
Some mornings we might do a lion walk, which is usually around 8 a.m.
I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated if I listen to my heart.
I've said this many times before and I want to stress that the lion walks are done for their benefit. Just like when you're at home and you take your dog to the dog park so they can just run around off the leash and have fun, it's kind of the same concept with the lions. They get to go and roam in a big open area and we just benefit because we're able to go along with them. After we're done with the morning work or animal interaction, whatever it may be, we then break for lunch at noon. We don't start work yet until 2, so this is our time to just relax, maybe take a nap, but since this is the hottest part of the day, a lot of times we just go to the pool. But honestly, whether it's during lunchtime or after work, if we have free time, a lot of times that can just mean getting up to no good. And it's not just the volunteers, the project leaders are even worse.
I don't want to be dragged in my body. I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way. I am on my way. I am on my way.
Yes,
Yesterday we all had a massive water fight. We got water poured over us and then we got everyone involved.
That one's not even connected. How would you think it would go on?
Another really cool thing we did this time that I haven't done before is visiting an animal shelter. The shelter visit, I believe, is on Fridays, so again, that's not something you'll do every single day. Although I do love wild animals, I'm also a huge dog lover, so it was really cool to go to a shelter and get to give some much needed love and attention to these dogs who need a home.
We went to visit a shelter. They had lots of dogs and cats there. They were abandoned. We felt really grateful that we could share some love there and play with them. At the end of the day, we were really happy that we could help them and make them feel happier. So it was really nice.
After lunch, when we go back down to the volunteer area, your afternoon jobs really just depend again on what needs to be done around the farm. If it's not a predator feeding day, you'd still go around and feed some of the free roaming wild animals like the giraffes, the zebras, the ostriches. Now, if it's predator feeding day, which are usually Mondays and Fridays, then around 4 o'clock we'd go prepare to start feeding the lions, the tigers, and Roxy, everybody's favorite hyena. We'd meet at the workshop, we'd chop up the meat, each cat gets a certain portion, then we'd load them into the truck and we'd be on our way. As weird and as gross as it may be, this is one of my favorite things to do, and it's always exciting doing the predator feeding. The only thing I enjoy more than this is seeing the looks and the excitement on other people's faces when they do it for the first time. They see how the tigers leap up into the air to grab their food, or how Roxy laughs hysterically when she sees her food coming.
The hyena was my personal favourite, and she makes this crazy laugh when she's super excited about her feed. It was, you know, something that I'll never forget.
We usually finish work around 4:30 or 5, then we go have dinner, and it's our time to just relax and do whatever we want. There are a lot of things that you can do there. They have excursion days where the volunteers go out and they enjoy the local sites. Things like quad biking, skydiving, hot air ballooning. There's a lot of fun times outside of the work, like the Wednesday night party. I always say in these videos, when you work with wild animals, you don't always know what it's going to be like or what's going to come up, and sometimes you have some really nice surprises. The elephants are free and they roam around all day long. Every now and again, if it's really hot, they'll decide to go take a dip in the dam. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, I think it's just a beautiful sight to see.
When the elephants were swimming, I was really emotional. Just because I loved them so much, I was really happy. I was a bit homesick and I was thinking like, I wanted to be at home because I've been here for a while, but watching them swim, why would I want to be at home when I can like watch elephants swim in a dam? Because I love them so much, it just made me really excited. I feel really, really lucky.
If you're a regular on this channel, you'll know that last year in 2018, I kind of disappeared for a while. 2018 was probably one of the hardest years of my life. Multiple tragedies, losing many friends and family members, and then to top it all off, a few days before Christmas, one of the most important people in my life betrayed me. Not only did this person betray me in one of the most horrible and heartless ways possible, but they are now living a brand new life that they only obtained by stabbing me in the back. So needless to say, 2018 was not my best year. But going back to Africa, being around the animals and experiencing all the things that I did, it reminded me just how incredible and how beautiful life can be. This is why I think it's so important to experience things like this, because when you're there, you're doing things that make you want to put down your phone and just be engaged and be present with the people around you. How many times in your life can you say that you're having so much fun that you don't even want to pick up your phone? If you're someone who's like me and you dream of this type of experience, if you dream of getting to be around these incredible wild animals, then this is something that you need to do. If 2018 taught me anything, it's just how fragile and how fleeting life can be. There are a lot of people who were in my life this time last year that just are no longer in it anymore. And all of them are people who thought they would have more time. This is why it's so important not to wait to live your dreams. Don't keep saying you'll do this later. Don't keep saying that you'll do it a year from now, sometime in the future, because honestly, the future's not promised to any of us. If you're looking for a sign, then this is it.